Hey everyone, welcome back. As you can tell, I am still home. So I'm not really traveling right now. The reason behind the travel is because most of the work needs to be done right now. Outside of training the new doctors using the software, is working on templates and other parts for the software for large accounts that will be going live shortly. So it has been confirmed today. Filming date is the 5th of August of 2019. I'm not sure exactly when I'll get this uploaded, but it has been confirmed, at least as a time being, that I will be home for this entire month, working on assisting with support calls, working on templates, as well as doing some customer follow-up calls and everything else. So I'm gonna be home for a little longer. Which isn't a bad thing. So I get to hang out with the family longer, use some of the gear that I have lying around that I don't normally travel with, and enjoy those kind of things that most of you get to enjoy all the time. Now for tonight's shave, since I did a kind of an informative shave on where I live, and since I haven't left, not really a need to do that kind of video tonight. So what I'm going to do instead is just kind of a standard shave video. See how this kind of goes over. So the products I'm using tonight, this is my Craving Shaving first brush I ever got from Charles over at Craving Shaving. This I have dubbed Fernweh, which is German for Wanderlust. I think that's kind of fitting. 26mm Duro knot. First brush I ever had, or I ever received, that has a Duro knot in it. Lathering up in my Captain's Choice copper bowl. The soap for this evening is Yulay's Pina Colada. And the razor is one that some people seem to have a lot of issues with. They say it's too aggressive, they give some irritation, just all kinds of information out there of why this razor should be avoided because it's so aggressive. And that is the Micromatic Open Comb. As you can see, this has a lot of blade exposure, but the blade gap isn't all that much compared to some other razors. And one thing you do want to check is, I'm not sure if you can see that here, but my blade is currently sitting on top of the teeth that are supposed to hold it in, instead of behind them. So these vintage twist to open gem style razors, you do want to double check your blade placement. So now that we have this readjusted, here we go with the Micromatic Open Comb with Yulay Pina Colada. Now with the open comb, a lot of people say, you need to have it at a steep angle like you do with a normal gem style razor. For me, I don't find it to be true. I like it more of a steeper angle. I seem to get a little bit better shave and a little bit closer, and it's less irritation. And as you can see, this razor just sings. It is wonderful. And the Yulay soap is providing tons of slickness for this, what some would consider a very aggressive razor. Now the scent profile on the Yulay soap is exactly as it sounds. It's Pina Colada. Now I'm sure with the notes, Monica goes into greater detail on what those notes are and how they make that Pina Colada fragrance. I was bad and did not look that up beforehand. But it does smell like a Pina Colada quite a bit. Or not quite a bit, exactly like a Pina Colada. Now I will say when I first got the tub, it was a very hot day. I was working from home, and I had my oldest run out to the mailbox and pick it up because I was expecting it to come in. So not only did I order the Pina Colada shave soap, but I also ordered the matching aftershave balm, or splash, not the balm, and the bath soap for my wife. Now, I was sitting in my office, and my son comes in with the package, and instantly I can smell the Pina Colada. It was just very, very strong, which was awesome. But I think that the strength was coming mostly from the bath soap, which is fine. I opened up the container of the shave soap and smelled it, and it smelled kind of like Pina Colada. And granted, my entire office smelled like Pina Colada, even for a couple hours after I brought the soap and everything else upstairs. But I smelled like Pina Colada. And then a couple hours later, after I got off work, I came back upstairs and took another whiff, and it smelled more like oatmeal, not quite like a Pina Colada. So, I had my wife smell it. She said kind of the same thing. I let the soap kind of sit and mellow out from being in the hot mailbox and everything else. And then I smelled it later that evening. And that evening is when I got the very, very true Pina Colada scent. And it was, it's phenomenal. And the performance on Van Yulay is excellent as well. Now, Van Yulay does take a little bit more soap than some other artisans out there that you may be more familiar with. So just, if you load the brush, make sure you load extra heavy. Or if you scoop out and bowl lather, as Thor from, I think his channel's name is The Shaving Viking, as he says, be generous. It takes a little bit more soap to get this nice, thick, rich lather that you want with Van Yulay. Now you can use less soap and use it a little bit thinner. I've done that. I've seen Glenn Helly do that as well. But for my personal preference, it seems to work a lot better with a thick lather. You just want that nice, thick, yogurt-like consistency with the Van Yulay. And as you can see, effortless with the Micromatic open comb. Just glides right through that. Just a beautiful, beautiful shave. And the scent stays. It's a nice, strong scent. I can definitely still smell it. Of course, it's right in my nose. But the scent strength still stays while you are shaving. even in this little spot right here, it still had 0 issues. Fantastic. Nice and clean. We're just going for that 3rd pass. Never hurts to rehydrate the face a little bit in between your passes. Helps keep the soap hydrated. And I know there are a lot of people out there that will say, you know, by the 3rd pass you can just paint on your lather and be fine. Other people will always, they'll kind of go back to their bowl and rework it a little bit. Depending on how I'm feeling during the day, or as I'm shaving, depends on what I do. Most of the time I just kind of paint on the first for the first pass, and then I'll usually work it through the other ones simply because the soap's getting dried out. That's super hot in my bathroom, so I don't want the soap to dry, so I just work in that extra water that I use from in between my passes. So now I'll go with pass 3 against the grain, and then I'm going for a little bit of a cleanup. So I will say it is slightly different, filming a video, being home, and not having a place to discuss. But I'm just doing this video because I enjoy doing them. Really, that's it. And my kids go to bed so late because it's summer that I have a hard time doing live shaving in the Facebook groups. Because, I mean, right now it's 9:30 p.m. And if I were to do a live, the majority of people are, you know, back east or so, Central Time Zone, have to work in the morning. And they're usually probably already in bed, so I don't get a whole lot of people watching lives when it goes super late. I may have caught myself right there a little bit. It's like a little bit of a weeper right there. And that could be due to the teeth on this, not necessarily the blade. I think it just came in a weird angle with the teeth on there. Because I honestly don't feel any teeth on this, or any blade feel for a supposedly extremely aggressive razor. Oh, more weeper than I thought. Blood oath has been paid. Maybe I should have done the trick that Lee Powell taught and just kind of swallow so your Adam's apple doesn't stick out as much during certain areas when you're shaving. usual spots need a little bit of a touch up. Now I'm not sure, because I've lost count, how many shaves are on that particular blade. I know it's not nearly as many as I have in my saber. But I think this one is getting ready to be done. It's getting a little tuggy. So tonight might be the last one here. Oh, I got so better than I thought I did. Nothing else diptych or cold water won't fix. There we go. And as you can see, residual's not bad either. So all in all, an exceptional shave. Even on a blade that has probably seen its last shave. Residual signals on Van Yulay is phenomenal, by the way. There we go, get that. Just a couple little interesting spots. Yep, there we go. That's good. So very, very nice shave there tonight. Already did the cold water rinse. A little bit of Thayer's, the coconut water. We'll just kind of splash that on a wee bit. We'll finish it off with the matching aftershave. That's mentholated. Because who doesn't like pina coladas? And you're probably now singing the song in your head, aren't you? I know it every time I use the soap. That one always comes to mind every time I use the soap. So there's the matching aftershave splash, mentholated. Trying this nice little shake. It's been a couple weeks since I've used this soap. There we go. And the nice thing is it comes in a plastic container with a nice stopper. I'm sure you can see that. Oh, that smells so good. Mm. Oh, there's that little bit of burn. And here comes a cooling effect. I don't believe this has alcohol in it. Aloe vera witch hazel. Yeah, there are no alcohol, from what I can tell. But you get a nice little burn at the very beginning, and just the cooling effects from the menthol, and it is awesome. Now the cool thing is, even though it is mentholated, you don't necessarily smell the menthol in the aftershave. So it's just nice, and you get maybe a small hint, but it's not overpowering. You definitely can still smell the pina colada in there. So as a recap, finished everything off with the Van Yulay matching pina colada mentholated splash with Thayer's witch hazel coconut water. Everything whipped up in my timeless, or not timeless, Captain's Choice copper bowl with the with Fan Ve from Craving Shaving. Still have a decent amount of lather in there, and I used a Micromatic open comb gem razor with a blade that I don't know how many uses this has on it. So, thank you guys for tuning in. I think I'm going to do a head shave probably off camera. And I will catch you guys in probably a week or two, hopefully, depending on how this video does. Anyway, thanks guys. I'll catch y'all later.